Let's start with the first question, question number 40, with reference to the Indian economy. Collateral, borrowing and lending obligations are the instruments of, I have no idea about this, but I'll try to flex my Sherlocking muscle at this point in time. What are the hints that are available to me? Collateral, borrowing. Forex is about dealing with currency exchange. I don't see currency exchange anywhere. That is why I can eliminate B. Similarly, stock market is about shares, equity. I don't see equity being spoken about. The question is about borrowing. Bond market looks at borrowing with debt instruments and securities. Money market is about short-term lending. How to now distinguish which is more likely? With the other keyword and lending obligation. So there is an obligation to pay the money back, which obviously is going to be there. But this is the keyword which settles it for me. Collateral. Collateral means you bring something and in exchange for it, you are getting money. Usually, commonsensically, logically, without going in the details, because this is an exam about overarching understanding. This is an exam about being a generalist. Usually, collateral. So for instance, I need money, but I just have a gold chain on me. I will just come to you. I will give you this gold chain as a collateral, saying that my money is going to come next week. You please keep this gold chain. You please give me money immediately this month. And next week, I will come and get my watch back and arrange it. Usually, if it were to be a long-term borrowing, I can't logically correlate as to how collateral would come into picture. Not to say that technically there are no financial instruments in the market. Now, market is very, very complicated at this point in time. So you will find all n number of financial instruments, but the likelihood of collateral being used in a short-term transaction is higher. And that is why my preference went for C, which also ended up being the correct answer. So overarching understanding and then logical analysis, knowing that this is an exam where you need a generalist aptitude, comes to our rescue. So money market instrument, CBLO, is a money market instrument and it's an obligation. The obligation is always already there. I am not sure why they are writing obligation here. It functions like a bond and negotiable terms, everything is negotiable, operated by CCIL and supervised by RBI. All of this is commonsensical, nothing extraordinary for me. Bond market is a market for debt security and instrument are bonds. Bonds could be given by government or by corporate, and purpose is usually long-term financing, and it is not a part of the bond market, as common sense also showed and factual edifice also shows. Capital market is about long-term investments, equity shares, and raises long-term funds for businesses and governments. Stock market is used for buying and selling. The equity shares and instruments are mostly stocks. Finally, money market, market for short-term debt instrument, treasury bill, certificate of deposit, commercial paper. So money market is again a favored theme from UPSC. So even using that heuristic, money market seems more logical than anything else that is in front of us. Purpose is to provide liquidity for short-term needs. Mark what? C, move forward. But not an easy question. You can't recollect all of these things. You will have to inadvertently apply Sherlocking in questions like these.